What is the consumer journey? What are most of them missing? And what is the super secret question every single one of us can use to fill in the gap? That's exactly what we're going to cover on today's episode of The Loyalty Loop from right here in snowy, freezy, Old Town Warsaw, Poland. Welcome back, Loyalty Loopers. If you're new here, thanks for joining us. Every week we uncover a small little marketing idea that can have a massive impact on your business, and this week is no different. Okay, so what is a consumer journey? Well, a consumer journey is just a visualization of the process a consumer or prospect goes through to achieve a goal with your company. A lot of people call them journey maps, where you map the process so you can visualize it all the way through. But here's the problem. 57% of all B2B buyers know what brand they want to work with even before you've heard from them. It's even worse for B2C customers. 72% of B2C customers know what brand they want to work with before you've even seen them on your website. So what does that mean? It means that even the best consumer journey maps cover only the last 25 to 40% of the consumer's journey. But we can fix this problem by asking one super simple, quick, and easy secret question, which I'll get to in just a second. We can fill this gap and understand the consumer buying journey much better, but we have to understand three simple things. Number one, and maybe the most important thing, is we need to understand moments of inspiration. Yes, a moment of inspiration is an instant in time that sends your consumer on a journey they never expected. And these moments of inspiration happen all the time to all of us. In fact, I'm sitting here in Old Town at this very specific restaurant because of a moment of inspiration that happened about an hour and a half ago. And it happened back in my hotel room. So let's rewind and find out why I'm here. Yep, that's right. I woke up this morning and I thought, I should find the most picturesque spot to shoot this week's Loyalty Loop video. You see, that is a moment of inspiration, an instant in time that's gonna send me on a journey I never expected. And two things happen subconsciously and unintentionally every time a moment of inspiration occurs in the mind of you or your customers. The first thing that happens is a trigger question pops into your mind. In my case, the trigger question is, what are the most beautiful spots to photograph in Warsaw? And the second thing that happens unintentionally, subconsciously, and very fast is one brand pops into your mind to answer that question. This is called the prime brand. And to answer my question, I can only think of one brand. I go to Google and I type in most inspiring spots in Warsaw. And there it is. The results are right there. 8 best photo spots in Warsaw, Old Town Market Square. There's another article. The best panoramic views of Warsaw, St. Anne's Church, right next to Old Town Square. And if I go back to the results, there's another one. 8 best photo spots in Warsaw, photography guide. And what's number 1 on the list? Old Town Market Square. This is what's happening in the other 25 to 40% of the consumer journey that we do not map. Okay, but Pastor, that doesn't explain why I'm here at this restaurant. No, Drew, you're right. That doesn't explain how I ended up at the restaurant, but this does. You see, that first moment of inspiration led us to Old Town Square. But I just had another moment of inspiration. I thought, if I'm going to be there around lunchtime shooting this video, maybe I should get lunch in Old Town Square. That is my moment of inspiration. And immediately, what happens? Well, a trigger question popped into my head. Where could I eat lunch in Old Town Square? And almost immediately, the first brand that pops into my head to answer that question is Yelp. Now I pull out Yelp, I go to the map, I look up restaurants, and there we have it. I don't even know how to say the name of this place, but it's got outdoor seating. That's where I'm gonna head. Bezalezjek. You're there already, so you might know how to say it. So that, my friends, is how I ended up here. Now, I should tell you that it's freezing cold outside and the outdoor seating in the entire square is closed, so it's just me. What's crucial to creating a consumer journey map that's end-to-end is understanding the moments of inspiration, the trigger questions, and the prime brands in the mind of the consumers you're targeting. How do you understand and find these moments of inspiration for your customers and your clients? Well, you have to ask a very specific question. Most businesses ask questions like this. Yes. So what brought you in today? Welcome, how can I help you? What made you choose this restaurant? But those answers don't really help you on your consumer journey. You see, if I was asked what made me choose this restaurant, I would have said, well, I was looking for something with outdoor seating, even though it's closed. But that doesn't help the restaurant understand the journey to the restaurant. Those questions don't tell you how to win over new customers more often. But this little magic question does. What inspired you to ... That's it. What inspired you to ... Ask every customer what inspired them to come into the appliance store today. Ask every customer what inspired them to call you today. Ask every customer what inspired them to go on a journey to buy a new mattress today. Ask them what inspired you to fill out that form on our website today. Because when you understand the moment of inspiration, you can own the entire consumer journey. For example, imagine if this restaurant wrote an article about the 5 most Instagrammable places in Warsaw, Poland. And imagine if they paired up those Instagrammable spots with the best places to eat. And imagine if they included their restaurant in one of those top 5 places. You think they'd win over new customers? I do. Tons of people are inspired to go shoot at the best spots in Warsaw. And there aren't really that many good articles about where to shoot. I guarantee they would win over new customers in Old Town. That's it. What inspired you to ... Now I'm about to give you some homework, but first, if you like this video, don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss next week's video. And if you want to get these videos one day before everybody else with a little bit more insight from me, you can sign up at this link right here for the Loyalty Loop weekly email series that brings you this video before anyone else in the world gets it. Ooh. So what's your homework? It's pretty simple. Ask the very next customer or prospect you talk to the simple secret magic question. What inspired you to ... Then go on the journey. Map the other 60 to 75% of the consumer journey that's been missing. And ask yourself, how can I fill in the holes in this journey? All right, I'm freezing cold. I gotta go inside and find some coffee. It's actually sleeting again. I mean, these are like diamond-shaped rocks that are coming down. So you guys stay warm, and I'll see you next week in the Loyalty Loop. Whoa.